Okay, gang, we got to follow up. I am still, excuse me, just totally enamored by these silly little tops. And this is the one that I made. And believe it or not, I went out the very next day, grabbed another hunk of that brass, and thought, alright, I've got a 3-minute top. I want to make a 4-minute top. See if I can get it up to 4 minutes. And I know this is goofy. This is way out of the realm of the stuff that I usually do. But we saw this one where I pressed the bearing in, gave it a nice bevel there, and just used a generic aluminum screw. So I thought, I'm going to make a prettier one. I'm going to go and test my machining skills a little bit further. And this one's not done yet, but I just had to show you that we built another one. Oh, this one is one solid piece of brass, all brass. I did the press fit ball bearing again, 1/4 inch ball bearing. And you can see here all I did was just relieved this side just a tiniest bit, and the rest of it is completely flat. It is a little bit shorter. I don't know if you can see. I'm not using quite as much brass in this one, so I cut more weight out of it. And I'll be cutting even more weight out. I'm going to be taking all these flat sides off completely. But got a nice taper going on the spin. Used my knurler, did some knurling on the end of it. Did a little shoulder step on the top of it. And like I say, I'm going to clean the rest of this up. The rest of that's just going to get taken off, just going to be round. But I succeeded.
Floor.
I have.
Next to the unit,
Oops. I succeeded. I have a 4-minute top. And now, of course, I will continue. I want a 5-minute, 6-minute, 10-minute. And believe it or not, I have an industrial ruby that I plan on putting in the end of one of my tops. After I get good enough at making the tops and my confidence levels up high enough, I will be putting a ruby. And from watching different videos, and I know it's insanity at its, but until you take one and sit, and it occupies so much time. And I mean, you're doing other things, but you know, to create something like this, or even to buy a store-bought, well, I don't know how to describe it. I've got myself hooked, which is just goofy. Just goofy. But anyway, there's that one. Now this one's slightly out of balance, and the reason is, I don't know if you can see that ding right there. I got a little overzealous, taking a little bit too much out of that taper, and it come dislodged from the jaws in my lathe. So then I thought, well, I'll just take a file and I'll flatten all these off. Well, when I did, I removed too much material here, and I had already planned on cleaning everything, cleaning the flat sides off. So not a big deal. But just that tiniest little bit, I have a small wobble in this, but I still get 4 minutes out of it. So I'm hoping after I clean the rest of this up, and I'm going to take a little bit more weight out of it, that I will get, might even be able to get this 4-minute top up to 5 minutes. But just sits there, and it's mesmerizing. There's no other way to describe it. I did it again. I got my touchpad. My touchpad is sitting right here, and I keep bumping it. That's why the video that I'm watching keeps coming on. I'm watching big buddy heater videos because I've got one. Anyway, but that goofy stuff. And I've found that concave mirrors are just the greatest platform. I've seen other people using plates and stuff like that, but take a minute and go look at some of the other videos. I mean, you're going to get suggestions because this is just going to say EDC Top Take 2, but everyone that talks about them says the same thing I'm saying. It's a child's toy. But that right there turns it into, see how it's starting to get a out of balance wobble there? I don't know how well you can see that. Let's see if we can get down a little bit lower on that and get a little better look at it. Oh, it corrected itself. But it is just ever so slightly out of balance, and I don't know if that's showing up in the video or not. But I know I keep saying but find something in the shop that you can just make a generic top out of. And I'm kind of at a loss for words because I really don't have the words to describe what it is exactly that is so attractive about the idea of making a spinning top. But you can see, as long as I've been talking, this thing just sits and quietly goes about its business. And anyway, that's it. We're gonna go ahead and end it. I think I've got something on the glass, and that's why it's flip-flopping. But when I get this one finished, I'll probably shoot another video on it. Who knows? But you ought to hear some of the crazy prices that these things sell for. There's knife companies that are making them, and there's one that out there that's $700. It has an industrial diamond for the for the riding point on it. Insane. But anyway, there you go. That's Zippo's EDC Top Take 2, and it's yeah, is it going to? Yeah, it's just about done. We'll go ahead and let it finish up, and you'll see the way that it's doing its wobble is it's still spinning good, is that slight out of balance. So I'm hoping that I am able to correct that, but she's getting ready to stop shortly. There she goes. But there's just something about it. You guys might think I'm nuts, but give it a try. Oh, I got a dog going nuts. What do you got? Give me that. Give me that. Give my dogs those rawhide bones, and you can see right here, Rachel, my oldest, been slobbering all over the bed with it. What are you doing? What do you got? I got it. Oh, I got it. Get it. Alright guys, that's it. This is Zippo. I guess stay tuned for EDC Top Take 2 version 2 after I get finished machining the rest of it. Later, I'm out.